When I was little, puppets provided me with a world I could understand. They gave me a focal point to play, channel my creativity, and manage what later in life was finally confirmed to be attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. Puppets were also my gateway into the theater world I have remained in ever since. ADHD is not the same as autism, but they share many traits and challenges. When my nephew, Ethan, was diagnosed with autism, I discovered that the bond our two neurodivergent worlds already shared grew stronger and more open with the help of my old friends, the puppets. This course is the map of my journey to understanding why puppets were so helpful. The goal is to explore how to better use this tool and share what I've learned along the way. According to the Autism Speaks organization, 1 in every 54 children has Autism Spectrum Disorder, or ASD. Autistic children may experience sensory issues and difficulties in social communication, imagination, empathetic behavior, and executive function. Every autistic person experiences it differently, which is why we use the word spectrum. However, there is one thing that autistic children share in various degrees of complexity: the struggle to connect, understand, and process the world around them. Autism is a lifelong condition, but if you ask most people on the spectrum, autism just means that their brains are built differently, which comes with assets but also challenges, especially in adapting to a world not built for the neurodivergent. My nephew, Ethan, was diagnosed when he was 8 years old. As a way to spend time together, I started a daily playtime routine with him through video calls at the beginning of the pandemic. We experimented with loads of different games and activities until one day I decided to introduce him to my puppets. Hello, this is Tyrone. Hello everybody, I'm Tyrone. As a performer, I have an arsenal of fun characters to play with, and his reaction to them was incredible. While Ethan would often seem detached, bored, or closed off, he immediately connected with these puppets in such an invested way that my curiosity was triggered. What was the secret hidden in these inanimate objects? Hey, who you calling inanimate? You know what I mean, Tyrone. Okay. Why, when in a grumpy mood, would he magically open up to them in such an organic way? I had stumbled into a bridge to connect with Ethan's inner world, and I was desperate to explore it. Isn't that right, Tyrone? Oh yeah. Okay, can I continue? Sure. Even now, almost 3 years later, Ethan still remembers all the puppets, their names, and their stories. He asked to speak to them specifically, and now calls me just to show me a new toy that he can animate. He used to not be able to think of names and voices for them, and now these elements of play are coming much more naturally to him. In this course, we'll learn about autism and the principles of puppetry. We will explore how the puppet can become an effective tool for communication and connection, a transitional object to help the child focus and find ways to interact with the world. The puppet can filter the sensory overload that is frequent in children on the autism spectrum by having simplified facial expressions. Being intrinsically different from the rest of the living things, the puppet establishes a camaraderie of sorts with the child, an empathetic understanding that he or she is not alone, that we are in it together. One of the most interesting things about my experience with Ethan was that at no point was I erased from the play world. If a puppet complained about wanting cake, Ethan would say, "You mean you want Auntie Annie to eat some cake so she can make you move?" There was an absolute willing suspension of disbelief. He knew I was there making it happen. I never removed myself from the scene. So, like Ethan and myself, you will be connecting with your child through the puppet. The puppet is simply the intermediary, a translator of sorts. For me, the reward has been invaluable. Ethan was showing imaginative play from what he had observed and was discovering ways to express the feelings and thoughts that he often found frustrating and confusing before. At the beginning of quarantine, it was common to see Ethan quite serious, inexpressive, and shut off. But as we progressed with our video calls and our puppetry, he started to smile and laugh more often. He started initiating play and listening more. He was having fun. I was having fun. And through the puppets, we managed to create a beautiful bond that has continued to grow. I'm Anna O'Callaghan, theater director, producer, puppeteer, researcher, and teacher. Oi! And I'm Tyrone, and I'm a puppet. Thank you, Tyrone. I am so excited. We are so excited. We are so excited to go on this fascinating journey together into a neurodivergent world by the hand, quite literally, of some extraordinary friends. Here we go!